Happy New Year. It is January 12th, 2026, and I am here for your full 2025 market update. I have lots of numbers, lots of data, so we're just going to dive right into it. I have my notebook here because I can't memorize all of these numbers. So, 2025, we sold 5,227 homes in the year of 2025. 2024, we sold 5,497 homes. So, 25 is here, 24 was here in number of sales. There's a 270 home gap in number of sales. But get this, in 25, we sold $2,273,000,000 worth of residential real estate volume. That was almost $90 million higher than what we sold in 2024. So 25, we have less sales, but more volume by almost $90 million. For Prescott, actually, they had almost 50% of the total volume sold was just in the city of Prescott. $1,154,000,000 worth of residential real estate that was sold in the city of Prescott. Again, almost 50% of the sales took place in Prescott. So average sales price is $552,000. But that's going to be a little bit skewed because of how many million-dollar properties we saw sold in 2025. There was 56 additional sales last year above $1 million compared to 2024, or we can look at that as a 21.5% increase in million-dollar homes sold. Also was interesting is active listings. There was 75 more active homes on the market in the $1 million plus price bracket than there was in all of 2024. If we really break down the active listings in all price brackets, we had a 13.8% in active listings. So we are seeing more inventory on the market. But let's go back to our sold inventory. 500 to 600,000. That was the only price bracket last year that was negative. They were down 15% in total homes sold, 500 to 600,000 compared to 2024. Every other price bracket was positive. So we see more active listings on the market, but we're also seeing more solds, but the volume that we're selling at is much, much higher. So what does this mean? What do all these numbers that Sheridan is spitting out at you mean? Well, are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market? Are we in a neutral market? It depends really on the property. It really depends on the price bracket that you're looking at. What you have to pay attention to is what are the days on market? Is this a brand new listing that just hit the market, or is it something that's been sitting for 180 days? What I have found is that if you're finding properties 4, 5, 6 months on the market, you have a much better opportunity to negotiate against that seller and try to get some money off the asking price, or maybe even negotiate what's called seller concessions to help with your closing costs or to help buy down your interest rate. But since we're talking about interest rates, to start this new year, the government announced that they want Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to buy up $200 billion worth of bonds. That announcement last Thursday has already made interest rates move in a positive direction, which is downward. We started today, Monday, at 5.99%, which is the lowest rate we have seen in 3+ years. So if rates keep going down, that gives much more buyers an opportunity to enter the marketplace, which means buyers, you lose out on, you have more competition, so you lose your negotiating power. Sellers, what that means for you is we're going to start to get more eyes on your property. We always thought that when the new president changes over, there's not all of the policies, all the things that they're going to try to put in place. It's not going to happen overnight. We knew that 25 was going to be kind of another rocky real estate market, but here we go in 26. I am seeing more activity in the market. I've already seen more pending sales. I am seeing more mortgage applications from talking with my lenders. So Q1 24, Q1 25, best quarters of each of those years, which I've been licensed since 2012. That is never the case that Q1 is the best quarter. So it's going to be real interesting how Q1 shapes out in 2026. But If these rates keep going downward, I am expecting that our Q1 is going to be a very, very busy quarter. DJ Sheridan of Sheridan Property Group, 928-478-7895. This is just a quick 5-minute update on what we saw transpire in 2025. I would love to talk with you and go more in-depth analysis. If you are one of my sellers currently active on the market, I will be reaching out to you over the next week so that we can reevaluate of where we're at. Buyers, you need to get your mortgage applications in. You need to get serious because I do feel that we are going to see this market heat up sometime in 2026. Time will tell. Again, DJ Sheridan of Sheridan Property Group, Happy New Year. I wish you nothing but health and happiness this year. Please call me anytime, and I'd love to hear from you.